What's up, everybody? I know it's like a little bit too early to talk about the off season, but I just had to look at something because, like, the trade that the Bucks dad made, and like the day before the trade deadline, Middleton for Kyle Kuzma and all the other stuff, and yeah, and I'm just looking at this list. They talk about like trending players to be traded, and they got Giannis at number three. Just media. That's all it is, just media talk. They want to wish, some great players being like in big markets, which, yeah, like I said, most of the media just got issues. Not social media, but just people in the media, like on ESPN and TNT and all of them. Well, I'm kind of glad, TNT will be no more. Well, not like no more, but just like not like being showing like basketball anymore. But the same guy's gonna end up being on the ESPN next season. But whatever. Yeah, they really didn't update anything. Let's see, they got a 17-man roster, which yeah, somebody must be missing. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they gotta resign Jericho Sims. I didn't know it was just this season, so hopefully they resign him. They need to use Tyler Smith more. That's just my thing. But then again, there's possibility. Doc Rivers could be either moved up to the front office, or he's just going to be gone. But yeah, okay. So the main thing I want to look at, because okay, they 3.2 million under the second apron, which they wanted to do in the first place, and only 7.5 million over, but they in the first apron. But let me see the picks, cause let me just see the ones that make sense. Okay, some odd reason they didn't update their picks from the Kuzma and Middleton trade, so that's kind of odd. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna kind of fix that a little bit. Um, let's see. Wizards. Then we also got to add a third team. That would be, of course, none other than the Spurs. Cause yeah, they did not update on the draft picks, and I don't know why they didn't. But let's get this over with. Let's see. They didn't even do the swap with that but it was 2028 first round. They traded to the Wizards, and this is just weird that they didn't do this. But it was ended up being the for the Bucks the this year's second round pick. Okay, so it wasn't from the Spurs, and they end up getting a, let's see, do they got a 2020 second round pick? Okay, okay. I think of it probably was the Spurs that had the gave the Bucks the 2020 second round pick. So therefore, when they got let's see, I can't remember his name, but he did play for the WM. Wait, he is not on there. That's weird. Did they do them other trades? Did they make them official? Okay, yeah, they did half of it, but they really, yeah, didn't. Did they let go of what's his name? Cause I don't see him on here, so they must have. And we know with the Spurs, they're probably gonna try to figure out their backup point guard position since Chris Paul is gonna retire after this season. But then again, they got a lot of draft picks, and that would help. I don't know why they didn't do this, but modify his contract. So let's see how I can do this. Okay, standard contract. Only for the rest of the season. Let's see what they. Yeah, that seems about right. About 1.5 million. So that's seems right. So let's see. And the thing is, like, Lee and Robbins are gone, and they really did not update much from the But then again, with Sports Pro, takes them a little bit, upgrade everything. Oh, that's what his name, Patrick Baldwin Jr. Yeah, he is supposed to be going to the Spurs, and I'm surprised he's not on this list. They must have released him or something. Yeah, just kind of weird. So, just gonna recap what the Bucks have. I know they're gonna have one of the Wizards this year's second round pick. Um, Next year is a right to swap for a first round pick. So between the Pelicans and Bucks, I thought they would be done. Let's see. See, New Orleans Pelicans holds right to swap. New Orleans Pelicans will receive the more favorable of its 2027 first round pick, and Milwaukee's 2020 first round pick, and Atlanta will receive less favorable of the two protected from selections 1 to 4, which I seriously doubted that the pick will end up going, from 1 to 4. Um, the pick falls within the protected range and is therefore not Conyetable, then New Orleans Pelicans commit to Atlanta will be lifted, and the New Orleans Pelicans will instead receive both picks. So yeah, after that, the offseason 2027, they'll be actually done with New Orleans Pelicans from that deal for like Drew Holiday. Like I said, Bucks did have a 2028 second round pick, but it was either from the Wizards or the Spurs. But I think it was by the Spurs. But things can change, and they gave Washington their 2028 swap. So they kind of like switch. Um, then I think 2029 Portland got their first round pick. And 2030, of course, Portland has the right to swap its 2030. Yeah. So it's like they got some picks, but they can't just say, okay, Bucks don't have like valuable picks or anything like that. Because the good news was they saved, they didn't have to get rid of either their 2021 first round pick or their 2031 second round pick when they did those trades. So that just kind of like saved them the bunch. So let me see if I can do something. Okay, this www dot oops dot m oops nba dot com. Then we just look for the Milwaukee Bucks, and oh wow, Warriors beating the Nuggets. Although that game ain't over. All the Thunder lost to the Rockets. Clippers beating Dallas. Lakers beating the Pelicans, which they should. Darn it, Pacers beat the Jazz. Should be obvious. And Detroit beat Toronto. Oh wow. That was a close game between the Spurs and the Cavs. Boston beat Phoenix. Okay, let me go to teams and maybe they'll explain more about if it's now in here we might have to end up looking through ESPN for like information. Well, of course, Bucks news. They're more positive about Damian Lillard returning this season, so it could be. I think the latest will be if he does play, will probably be the last game of the season. But then again, half the time they don't play their players anyway, and that kind of bite them in the butt. So it's like especially you're gonna be facing like for seeding, especially with Detroit. I think right now, I think they're got a half a game ahead of the Bucks now since they won. So this doesn't even have anything. So that doesn't help. So okay, it's already on NBA. So let's see. Let's see. They have information on like team futures and stuff like that. Oh, that's bad NBA. No, I'm not looking for that. Um, let's try this. Okay, I can't pick 2025, 2026 yet. So yeah, I can't do that. Right now, Stephen Curry is the highest paid player in the NBA, along with Joel Embiid. It's crazy. They got Giannis in number 12, and Lillard like right there behind him.
I've got to show you before, because I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay.
But you know what I said about Trump and the tariffs
Yeah.
in Antarctica?
Is it the penguins who live there will retaliate?
Oh, that was good. That was good. Okay, let's see. Maybe if I go to teams on ESPN, because normally they will have like more of the information. Let's see. Yeah, Detroit's like ahead of half the game. So what's it?
Alright, now I'm pee and then I'm going to bed.
Okay, well, I'll join you in a bit.
I love you.
I love you too. Let's see. One thing I can do is look at the transaction. So maybe the transaction I'm looking at will
I'm
be
going to be on the outside of the bed because I'm getting up for Jace.
okay. Let's see. There was more transaction was that, but surprised they didn't show the trade. Of course, they gave Ryan Rollins an NBA contract, which like I said, the trade machine from Fanspo didn't update. KB Carr for Chris Livingston from the Wisconsin Herd to the other G League. And of course, earlier they waived Liam Robinson, so there's more transaction than this, so I'm surprised it's not like on there. Um, so yeah, this really didn't help at all. It really didn't. Let's see, stats, standing schedule, scores. No. Well, probably go to the old faithful. Either Yahoo or Google. So I'll probably just go to Yahoo. Okay. Does oops, I ain't mean to do that. Capital does the Milwaukee Bucks have draft picks? Because they probably will explain more. Yeah, because they really didn't explain much on that. Trying to look for after the Okay, I'm not looking for past drafts. But yeah, Jordan Nuova, that was another big mistake of them like letting him go. Um, let's see. Dang, they ain't got nothing like updated. Cause normally they would like give you like a straight answer. So I'm not looking at clutch points or Sports Illustrated and be like, okay, these blockbuster trades that they probably would propose. Like, nope. Okay, let me see something. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Let's see. Blazers pick will transfer because Bucks pick is currently not in the top four. Okay, so they just explaining. Let's see. Okay, then. I was wondering they probably got a second round pick. Yeah, this ain't updated either. This is not updated. See, that's not. Let's see. Yeah, that's not correct. They mainly just saying like what they done with their pick. So let's see. Of course, the swap and yeah, this really does not explain anything. So okay, so for this year, let's just do that. Now we already tried fan spells. They are not accurate. Yeah, Milwaukee has the option to receive the second best of Washington's three second round picks. The original pick was traded to Cleveland in 2020, but okay, so at least this one will explain. So it's going to end up being update look at every selection 2025, 2026, and beyond for the Bucks. Okay. So I guess right now, their pick right now for the second round pick will be questionable because I thought that could explain that Wizards did give him like that. Really, they really don't explain anything. Okay, we know the first round pick is owned by New Orleans if it falls within the top four picks, or if it falls outside the top four picks, the pick conveys to Brooklyn. New Orleans gained possession of the Bucks. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I know they have yeah. Here we go. The second round selection is more complicated. Milwaukee has the option to receive the second best of Washington's three second round pick. Their original pick was traded to Cleveland in 2020. So, okay, Milwaukee has the option to take one of the Wizards' second round picks. So, okay, now that one makes sense. So it's just like what we was looking for. Let me go to this. So we just put that one right there. So let's see. Like I said, we did that earlier. So they must have not updated the other one. So Smitty is gonna be either Wizards on or the pick they got from Phoenix and someone else. So it's gonna be one of the two. So back to that. So they do have a second round pick. So, but we will see. Oh yeah, their original 2025 second round pick was traded to Cleveland. Oh, okay, okay, I get that now. So Milwaukee does have an option to receive the second best of Washington's three second round picks. So I don't know how they get in up with three second round picks and it doesn't only show two. But then again, like I said, France Pros had not been updated. Of course, you said first round pick swapped to the Pelicans. Of course, second round pick. Okay, so it's protected all the way from 30 to 55. So let's just say like if the Bucks end up having the maybe 56 pick or something like that or beyond next season. Let's just say they have a better record or something like that. So that means the second round pick, if it's like if it's not in the 30 to 55 pick range, Bucks will get to keep it. So that's just mainly what it is. So yeah. Okay, so of course no selections in the 27. Okay. If not, no. Okay, so wherever the trade, the Pelicans and the Hawks did. Oh yeah, for CJ, not CJ McCollum, but Devontae Murray. Yeah, so that's probably what the Pelicans had done with the Atlanta. So no selections in 2027. Okay, 2028, of course, first round pick swap, and oh wait a minute. Okay, so they got from the Wizards a 2020. Okay, it was 2028. Second round pick. So let's see. So they have a first round pick, and let's see. However, the Bucks stack a second swap for Washington when they toss Chris Middleton's overboard. which essentially gave the Wizards right to swap with Milwaukee after Portland decides whatever to retain their own pick or Milwaukee's. Essentially, Washington inclusions make the entire first paragraph move. So they're just saying because there's a chance that Milwaukee will end up getting the Wizards 2027 second round pick. Their second round pick is in 2028 is owned by Oklahoma City Thunder, by the way, of Brooklyn, which was acquired in 2023, of course, in exchange for Trey Crowder. So yeah, they had a lot of second round picks and they just gave them up. It's just kind of stupid. So no 2029 draft picks, but they do have 2030 that they're going to swap. And let's see. Okay, the second round like pick they had 2030 was okay. On draft day in 2023 was swapped for Andre Jackson Jr., which I think he was like a second round pick. So this explains it a little bit more that the Bucks do got the 20, they got a pick this year, but they got the option to choose it. So that I'm just glad that did explain it a little bit more, and now I can follow it. So okay, so let me just read one more article, then I'm gonna let you guys go. Um, okay, it was 3 days ago. Milwaukee Bucks upgraded draft picks after Chris Middleton trade. Okay, we know about that. Let's see. However, the trade didn't just swap Middleton for Kuzma straight up. We knew that. Bucks once again dip into their future draft pick treasure chest and get the deal done, which means they, of course, they read the full deal. So mainly, Middleton, AJ Johnson, and their 2028 first round pick swap. So the Bucks won't get it, but either between the Wizards and Portland, they're probably going to end up getting the best and worst from each other. So regardless, so they don't have a 2028 first round pick, but like I said, they got a 2025 second round pick. So I just don't know what's these other reports are saying. So just crazy. Anyways, let's see. Let's see. Of course, yeah, we knew about that story, but we know that like I said, yeah, they will have one pick in the 2025 draft. So I kind of knew that, but some of these articles, they just make it so difficult. So that just okay. So of course, 2026, they just got a first round pick swap. Okay, they wouldn't have a first round pick. They wouldn't have a second round pick in 2027. Because that part already explained it. Yeah, we just mentioned that. Okay. So yeah, that's like a little confusing. It's just like Milwaukee will not have a pick. Let's see. Now the Wizards are involved in some capacity, which has yet to be reported. It seems likely Washington will get the right to swap with Milwaukee. Okay, we know about that. But why they say 2025 and 2028 picks? So it just doesn't. Some of these like articles just don't make any sense. But let me know what y'all guys think. Y'all comment below and like, am I like missing something, or what's the case may be, because they seem like they're not going to have like a 2028 second round pick, which I thought they did from the transactions from NBA.com. So okay, let me just look one more time. Let's go to NBA.com and let's see. Let's look for. Let's see. Schedule was new stats, standings, playoffs, teams, players, and oh wait, let me go to news because I think it is on news. Yeah, transactions. So yeah, y'all get to see what I was talking about. The transactions, but we're not going to do all teams. We're just going to do the Bucks. So y'all can see, like, kind of help me make sense. So okay, I don't need that or Yahoo anymore. So maybe it'll give like more space. Yeah, I don't think I need that one either now since I read it. So do I gotta refresh it? Okay, so we're not gonna do all teams. We're just gonna do the Bucks. Um, which we'll explain more about other things. So of course, Peace Nans to a two-way contract. In the February one day wave, Liam Robbins, um, Jeremy Boyer and Ryan Rollins. Okay, Jeremy Boyer, of course, two-way contract, and Ryan Rollins to an NBA contract. So they didn't say how much. So I'm just put it right now, maybe just for the rest of the year. So we'll see. Um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bucks received draft consideration from the San Antonio Spurs, and of course, with the draft consideration from the Wizards, we know it's going to be this year's second round pick, and they received draft consideration. So that probably be the. I don't care what they said. That's probably for the 2028. Sorry, yeah, 2028 draft pick. So at least 2025 and 2028 they do have a draft pick. Yeah, all the stuff that's going on this year. So let's go back to okay. Let's go to Yahoo. What did? Oh well. Get for the Patrick. Patrick Ball. Okay, yeah, identity. Okay. Patrick Ball wins. Trade to the Spurs. So let's see. Okay, we know they sent cash to the Spurs. We know that. So let me read some of these. Maybe they'll say more than. Let's see. Okay, they still don't say what. Which, kind of sucks.
And shipping is always free. Go to dealdash.com right now and see how much you can save.
I hate when websites don't explain. Okay, Brew Hoop, local one. So maybe they had some insights about the Of course, the deal appears to be more financial and roster perspective for Bucks rather than yeah. Yeah, we knew about that, but
You know what's bigger than basketball? Financial empowerment. Finances are tough. Experience helping the next generation pursue their dreams. That's why I'm excited to
nope,
announce
this one
Experian
don't
is
even
offering
explain it
$100,000
either.
in for families in Louisiana. On top of that, Experian will wipe out an additional $100,000 in debt for every Bucks
Okay,
jersey owned by the LSU
try that.
basketball team. And I love that Experian is giving these families financial freedom. They don't have to
Maybe
worry about
clutch
paying
points
rent.
will.
That's big. Learn more at Experian.com/relief. Why do you need that? Because we get that
Yeah,
from
we get
Experian
that because it
every
ended up
month.
being like a 3-team trade. Yeah, I kind of hoping the Bucks would have kept Patrick Baldwin Jr. So this one don't explain it either, and it's kind of seemed like I was a horrible speller. Okay, maybe Sports Illustrated will explain it.
When I started Laura Geller Beauty over 25 years ago, I realized there weren't enough makeup options for women with mature skin. So I put together an amazing
In
portfolio of
cash,
products for
we
women
know that,
who
but
are loving the daily routine. Daily routine comes with our signature balance of brighten foundation, our
yeah, I'm
multi-purpose
sorry,
blush,
but yeah,
which
this
lasts
is
for days,
actually
our naturally
very, very
flawless
weird.
and of course our favorite kabuki brush to apply it.
Cause
Learn
you,
more
cause
at
y'all saw it when I saw it
experience.com.
on NBA.com, and now they don't want to talk about like the full trade, and NBA.com has like actually the let's see, maybe there's another thing about it. So or maybe if I okay, I see what I did. Maybe that will explain more. It's, it's mainly the same thing. No, no, no. We know that. Let's see. Okay, maybe this will. Hopefully, they will say something. But San Antonio Express News. Okay. Wait, wait, wait. Washington will get the protected future second round pick as compensation. So, oh, okay. So I don't know why NBA.com said that Spurs the Bucks will have Spurs, and I think the Bucks traded the Spurs future draft pick. So yeah, this is kind of crazy. Well, this one does kind of explain more, so that means most likely that okay, let's just wait. So that mainly like the Bucks don't have the 2028 second round pick like they said, which kind of sucks. But hey, at least they got this year's pick, and they probably gonna work out some stuff soon. Let's see. No, Sports Illustrated didn't explain anything. Rare know about the that Bucks and Clippers trade. which they waived Montreal Beauchamp and signed him to the Knicks. Okay, so yeah, normally they'll have somebody said I will do Google, but we know about trading Patrick Baldwin Jr. and cash to the Spurs. We know. Oh, that's why. Okay, I didn't know that. Spurs waived them. Okay, so that's why he wasn't on the roster. So I guess that makes sense. But now I'm more curious. Um, okay, let's see. Where did Patrick? Let's see. Let's keep that. Patrick Baldwin Jr. go after the Spurs release him. That's not what I'm talking about. Wow. So yeah, I didn't even know that they actually waived them. I did not know that. Thought they kept them. Okay, so okay, he joins the San Diego Clippers. So he's in the G League. So of course, at least he's doing something. So that's fair. So most likely, the Bucks got the this year's second round pick, but not the 2028 pick that went back to the Wizards. So it's just insane. But hopefully, they update this and like we would know more. But let me try something. Can I go? No, I can't go 25, 26 yet. That sucks. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about this. You know, did y'all read the reports about it, and what's your like opinion about it? So just comment below. We do videos like this with Bucks content, also with wrestling and comic book movies and TV news and developments that's going on in Milwaukee. So if those four things inspire your interest, this will be the channel for you. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So far so good. We're like halfway to almost halfway to 600 subscribers. Hopefully we get there. Just hoping we get to 1,000 subscribers so we probably can do more giveaways and stuff like that. And also help the channel grow and you know check us out. But don't forget, we also got over, I should say, 2,500 videos and counting for like all the content that I just talked about. So you get a chance, check it out. There may be some stuff that's interesting for you. Also check out the website WrestleFansSpeakOut.weebly.com for like upcoming events in the Midwest, meet and greets. Also, events that we were at, that we took photos at, with either at Bucks games or at wrestling events. And the merchandise store will be up very soon, so watch out for that. Thanks to Mike and Robin Thompson for the sponsorship. And until the next video, you guys have a good one and see you later.